Sometimes you just like to get away from it all. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's your friendly neighborhood farmer Raznac. We are back on South Island Farms. That's right, we are back on our fun-filled little island. We got some barley to put in the ground. We gotta get planting done. It's the second day of spring, and we've got this really weird South American geo that we're using. I'm gonna say weird to me, because we have to get barley planted or oats or something that'll give us straw. And the deadline is closing rapidly, so I thought we'd come over here and do said things with the planter. Yeah, because we're gonna do this field right here. I lost words for a minute. We're gonna do this field right here. This is gonna be kind of our wheat barley field. We're gonna put barley in just probably for the first year. Next year it'll be corn. Then we're gonna do corn here, sugar cane, cotton. But first things first, we gotta get barley in the ground because we need straw. We need straw for our cows. It's kind of what we need. And to buy it here on the island is extremely expensive. Very, very expensive. So I'm going to kill the Scania 142. Jump in our big old... It's not really a lizard. It has a different name. There's a different name than lizard. I did it in the last video and I already forgot. What was it? Hang on, let me check. It's an Engisa. E-N-G-S-A. Engisa. However you want to call it. Whatever fancy words you want to give it. But it was a Brazilian company. They were in operation from 1963 to 1993. And apparently they did tractors and then defensive equipment and then civilian, like off-road kind of utility vehicles, kind of stuff like that. And they did armored vehicles too. How fitting! It's perfect. It's like the best thing ever. I like this planter because it plants everything we need, but it is kind of touchy. Like to try to get stuff in the tanks. I was gonna use like the bags, right? I bought this lifter thing with the big bags, but they won't fill this. I don't know. It's trouble with mods. You know how it goes. So we're just filling right off the truck, and then we'll reload the truck here in a minute. Because I did a thing, and I'll show you. It's pretty. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty neat. Come on, fertilizer. See, the fertilizer trigger is not... It's not where you think it would be. I don't know. I can't figure it out. And I've tried with different stuff, and the only thing I can get to work are the actual... I tried lifting above here and dumping in, and it won't work. So you have to use like this. You have to use these pallets and stuff to get it filled. You know, just first world problems. Alright, we're almost full. Took long enough. Now also what I did is, let's jump back over here to the main farm. Oh, I did something else. I bought a boat. I got a boat. You saw there at the beginning. We're going to play with this here in a minute. We're going to play with this boat here in a minute. I'll show you how it works. But what I did is I got these containers, and then I put pallets of stuff in them. So like I got extra fertilizer in here, and then I got some more seeds in here, and then I got some sugarcane billets to plant right here. Oh, that was weird. We didn't want that. I wanted to close it. Close. But I thought this was really cool because it's like a ship comes to the island and they bring their containers full of supplies, and we had to order way in advance. Is what we had to do. So yeah, I'm kind of role playing a little bit, having fun with what we have. Having fun with what we got. All right, let's get to planting. Let's see how this thing works. This is the Estrella 32. This is it's a big honking beast. She's a big mama. Let's kind of get things opened up. It'll plant everything. Everything. Because it looks... How many rows do we have? I love how they're all numbered, but we have 32 rows. So I would imagine, like when we do row crops, we turn off the odd numbers. Like, see, you would turn off the odd numbers, and I bet you there's just a button up there you hit, and it says, "I'll turn those odd numbers off," because we're planting stuff that we don't want it. So I imagine that's how it would work. I got to be careful with this tractor. It's quick to turn. She's pretty quick. All right, this and this and this. We'll come back and finish the ends here. Oh, multi-terrain angle curse. It's not a curse, it's just... Oh my gosh, I cannot get my buttons to work. Turn it off now! I was wanting to... We're going to plant just for a few minutes. I was just going to show you how this mod works. And then we're going to play with the boats. Because you guys don't want to watch me plant the whole time. That's kind of freaking boring. And I was like, oh, I could do like a video montage. But then it's like, why do a video montage? You've already done a video montage. And we're planting. There it goes. Let's pull this up. Make sure. Yep, it's fertilizing. So I went ahead and did a pass with our fertilizer. I'll show you it too. I got a new fertilizer. I got rid of the sprayer. The big star sprayer. The thing is so slow. Even when it puts down fertilizer, it's slow. It only goes 7 miles per hour when it's putting down fertilizer, and I was like, no thank you. Not me. Not this guy, not on this playthrough. Not gonna happen. So man, yeah, this thing, it works pretty good. I love this big tractor. This big, beautiful tractor. We're going to try to do this without, like, driving in my grass field. Which might be easier said than done. I probably should, like, skip rows here. We'll try to do this legitly. My real farming friends will be proud of me. They'll be like, oh, Raz, he's getting so big. Hey, you guys kind of get the gist of it. Right? I'm not gonna sit here and plant and talk and ramble for like 20-something minutes. But this thing it's a really nice mod. If you're into this stuff, again, it kind of matches what we're going with. But I mean, if you want a big planter that plants everything, puts down fertilizer, I think it also does direct seeding. Let me look. It's kind of like one of those planters that does a little bit of everything. I think it's actually under seeders. Yeah, you don't even have to cultivate with this thing. No cultivation required. Plants every crop, I think, other than... Let me see. It plants, let's see, wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybeans, so oilseed, grass, corn, sunflower, sugar beets, cotton. It doesn't plant potatoes or sugar cane. Other than that, it plants pretty much everything. It's, it's a great planter. Especially if you only want one. It's big, so you better have a big tractor. Like this big Engasa 1128. Or lizard in the game. Alright, let's go play with the boats. See you in just a second. Alright, before I show you the boat, this is our spreader. The Stara Hercules 10,000 Enox. This thing's pretty cool. Really, really nice. Nice mod. Works great. PTO, I love the PTO animation on this one. It just seems to be a little more animated than others in the past. We have to turn the spreader on for a minute. But see that? That's pretty cool. Yes, I know I don't have access to this land because technically on South Island you don't own the farm. The state owns the farm, or the island, or whoever owns it. But yeah, that's what we went with. We got rid of our sprayer. I'm just going to buy a pull-behind sprayer, and we're going to use the big sexy Fiat to do our spraying and our fertilizing. All right, now to the boat. Let's jump in the boat. Let's haul it. Let's haul it to the water. Quickly. This is a little heavy for my little AFM here. I'm on an island, and I was like, I want to play with a boat. So I got to dig in, and Lambo Mods makes a boat pack, right? And I'll show you the pack. They all kind of work the same way. So here's Lambo Mods boats. There's Yamaha. There's 2 trailers. There's a police boat right here. There's a rib boat, which I probably should have got something like this, but I went with the fishing boat. There's a sport boat, like if we were running drugs. There's a speed boat. Look at this thing. That thing's a beast. 650 horsepower. Holy jeez. And then there's a hovercraft, which that thing's actually pretty fun. And when you start it up, it is wild. And then I missed it, the combat boat. I'm like, this is crazy. But yeah, those are the 3. Those are not 3, but the 5 boats you can buy. And then there's a trailer you can put them on. And I'll show you how they work. They kind of work. Let's go with kind of work. All right. I'll meet you over at the water. You're not gonna watch me drive all the way there. My poor little truck. And I need to check the springs on this. All right. I'll see you at the water. All right. We are back. Let's drop our little boat trailer down in the water, and I'll show you how this works. Like I said, it's a little, it's a little wonky. It doesn't float, of course, because water in Farm Sim isn't real. There's nothing real about water, which is kind of a shame. I think they could do a lot if they made it real. So to get the boat off is it's kind of a battle. All right, so let's jump on here. We'll fire up our boat motor. And then what you have to do is you kind of have to raise it up a little. And then immediately we're sank. We're sank. It's not going to work. So what you have to do is, and I'll show you, there's a little like raise and lower feature of the boat. And if you want to see kind of what's going on, I'll hit F5. So you can see there's actual wheels on this. And this is just an extension of what's an invisible body of what's under there. Now, the problem with this is if it doesn't work very well in deep water. I'll show you what I mean. And so like as we get deeper, our boat continues to sink. So what you have to do is you have to find you kind of have to find like a shallow spot that's flat. And there's a good spot over here. So it really depends on your map. Because if there's a huge contour, like here, we'll go under the water with our submarine. I think it'd make a better submarine mod than it would a boat. You see how it's kind of flat right here? But it's really deep. So what you have to do to get the shot like I had in before is you have to raise this thing all the way up here. But then it goes whoop. So it doesn't really work. It doesn't work. It's in deep water. You have to use this in shallow water. It's the only frustrating thing with it. It has to be in shallow water. Let's see if we can get it to work up here. And it has to be on a flat surface, which is kind of really tough because Will, when he made this map, he made it where the surfaces weren't flat at all. Okay, there we go. So then you would kind of lower your boat where it's kind of in the water right there, and you would just kind of pretend that you're in the boat, because the minute you start moving, the boat sinks to the bottom of the ocean, and then you become shark food. There was one other place on this map that worked pretty good. So like I was saying, really, in order to use this boat mod, oh, that's the map edge. You can't go there. Let's see. Just check right here. This looks like this looks promising. This looks promising because it's not very deep, and it's kind of shallow. So yeah, I think what it is if it gets too high, it doesn't want to work because it's just, see, but it keeps going. So you want to kind of go like this to make it look semi-real. Wow, we're floating. Here. There we go. That's a good mix. And then you just kind of drive around on your boat a little bit. I mean, it's silly and fun and definitely worth playing for, but your map, you had to find the right spot on your map to make it work. But if you like something like this, you can find it over on Lambo Mods. I'll put a link to his page. Now, something about Lambo, apparently has a deal with Giants. I don't know how it works. I don't know what's going on, but he has a Patreon page. So in order to get to his stuff, you have to pay $1. The minimum donation is $1 a month. Is it worth it? I don't know. A lot of his stuff's kind of silly and fun. But I just went ahead and did it just because why not? But apparently he has approval from Giants. I'm not going to get into that whole paying for mods nonsense. Not my business. That's for him and Giants to debate. But yeah, this is one of his mods, one of the boats. And like I said, I'll put it in there. But you can see it kind of works right here. It kind of works. It just, you really would have to build a spot on your map, on a map specific for this. Now, like, this would work really well in No Man's Land, where it has a water plane right below, and you could level out a really shallow place, and then you could use like dark textures to make it look deep. But yeah, this is the boats. All right, everybody, I just wanted to show you that. Hope you have a great Sunday and a fun Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. I really, really do appreciate it. Next week, we'll probably get back to some real farming. Who knows what's going to happen on this map? Okay, we're sinking. You just kind of have to adjust it as you get going. At least we're not tipping over. Because if you get too high, the boat just kind of starts tipping. But all right, everybody, take care. Dive, dive.